I'm back. I'm back with another Yap Sesh. This channel is basically a Yap Sesh, Jap Sesh. Like, you're gonna hear me yap about dumbass shit. If you're here, you like it. If you're not, you're probably not here. You're probably not listening to this. But you know what? If you like it, if you think it's interesting, stick around. Today, I want to talk about like small details in media. Small details in media. For me, I like it a lot. It adds like the scene, makes it more fun, more cool. Gives you, if it's really good small details that add crazy shit to the scene, you get like goosebumps. You're like, damn, that shit was goosebumps. And overall, I think small details can like add cool stuff to entertainment, media, anything. So I like to like show off like examples of what I'm talking about. Hopefully the takeaway from this video is that you start like looking at shit more closely, or you look at shit more closely or something like that. Like something like you look at stuff more closely. And maybe when you go back to watch your old entertainment things, like shows you used to watch, books you used to read, music you used to listen to, like anything like that, you go back to it and you'd be like, damn, I didn't notice this. And also, I want to like just give light to these cool ass like details that I just find nice in anime or movies or whatever, and shows or songs, whatever. So yeah. Okay, so my first example, or like my first thing I've noticed from one of the things I watch is Dandadan. Of course, bro, it's Glaze Fest.
Shaboing boing, get the dick out your mouth.
This channel is mostly Glaze Fest for that show, because that show is really good. I like that show. It's like one of those like those rare shows where you just don't, it sticks out more than the other. So, but one of the things I found out when I was reading that show, or when I was reading the manga for that show, is I never noticed this, but they always have like little bubbles for. I noticed it, but I never noticed like how detailed the creator is with these. Is the little bubbles they have when they like the text to speech bubbles when they talk, when like it illustrates them talking but doesn't show them, and it's really like goofy. It's like a little chibi version of it. And I think it's kind of cool. But the detail that I found really cool when I started noticing is, depending on the state of the character, the little image of them will change. So the best example I've seen for this is Granny Seiko or Seiko, is when her hair is down, it shows like her hair down. It shows her with the bang. It shows her with this and this. Like it shows her with her hair up, her hair messy. Like I think it's kind of cool. Attention to detail, as I can explain it. It's kind of cool. This is spoilers. Don't get mad at me. And one example that really inspired me to make this video and have this example was when Momo was getting attacked by like a curse or a spirit. It disguised himself as Okarun, and the little bubbles, the little faces were giving you hints on this, of saying like this is not, something's wrong, like this is not Okarun. And I liked it because they use these bubbles that you would like just think like, oh, they're kind of funny, they're kind of cool, and they used it to like give the reader a warning, like this is not real. This is not real. That's not the real him. Is once they showed Okarun his back of his head, like turned around, they started using it for the little bubbles, and it was like, why would they do that? Why didn't they just show his real face? Or when I was reading it, it was like, why are they just showing the back of his head, not his face? But then you realize that this is not actually Okarun, because Momo tricked him to be like, that's not what he would say. Once we figured out it wasn't actually Okarun, it was the curse or the spirit. It showed itself, and then like it gave it away, like, oh, it's actually not him. It didn't give away what was happening. It kind of gave you breadcrumbs to the conclusion of what was actually happening, and it just makes it way more better. I like, and then when you see it, you're like, oh, that's what happened. That's why they were showing this, and it gives you like, oh my god, like that's kind of cool. Like stuff like that. I like that. That's what made me inspired. That's inspired me to make this video, was that, and other stuff. We'll get to it when we get to it. That's my first one. I like that one. The second one, this one you guys might know is, and this is spoilers. So don't, spoilers for a whole bunch of shows. Spoilers for JJK spoilers. Gojo versus Sukuna. The whole fight was, there's gonna be like a generational like hit when it comes out, when it gets animated. Like this will be groundbreaking. This anime will be something different. And when they were fighting, they were doing their whole thing. It's kind of confusing to explain this fight to someone that doesn't know JJK. But if you watch if you read the fight, you know what's gonna happen when they domain expansion at the same time. They're basically kind of like one up each other to see who opens up their domain expansion to get the other one to injure the other one enough so they can't use it anymore. And they were constantly using their domain expansion over each other to like kind of like to clash it. They would clash and they would use it at the same time, the same exact millisecond, like to the down to the millisecond they would use it, and whoever used it the fastest would win the fight. Every time they would both open their domain expansion, they would yell at the same time, like domain expansion, and then the text for domain expansion would be like bold, kind of emphasizing that they're both yelling it out loud at the same time. And then throughout, they did this like what 3 or 4 times. At the 5th time, you would see domain expansion, the word. But this time it's different. Instead of like it being bold, it's bold with like a shade, like a shadow behind it. And then you're like, what is this? Or I saw it and I was like, why is it like that? Why is it different this time? And then Yuta explained, and it's like, did you see that? And then he was like, yeah, I saw it. Gojo opened up his domain expansion. What is it? 0.01 seconds before Sukuna did his, so he got it off faster. So the text is kind of like, okay, Gojo got his off first, and then Sukuna was left behind, and Gojo got it off first. So Gojo is the first one, and then Sukuna's the shadow, so he got left behind. And that's exactly what happened. Gojo was able to do his faster, so he was able to get the upper hand in this fight. He opened it up faster, and it accumulated over time throughout the domain expansions. They both opened up so that it would injure Sukuna, and Sukuna got so hurt that he couldn't open up his domain expansion. I thought that was really fucking cool. Like at the 5th time, you're like, it showed like why is it like that? This text right here gave away a hint, and then they said it like, yeah, he opened up his domain expansion first. I thought that was fucking cool. Like, it's like small shit like that I was like, yo, that's actually kind of fucking fire. Like shit like that. And then after that happened, Gojo started winning. I read this like the 5th time, and I picked it up at the 5th time, and I was like, how did I not notice this? Like, what the hell? Like, this is so like open, but it's so small that it kind of like, it's like, what the hell? And then when Yuta was like, did you see that? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he opened it up faster, and you go back to it, and it's like, yeah, it gave it away right here, but it's so small that you wouldn't realize it. I thought that was cool. That's really good attention to detail right there. I thought that was fire. And my third example, it doesn't relate to anime or like movies or manga or anything. It relates to music. I like music that I could not sing to, but like it gives me a good time. What I mean by that is kind of like a melodic type of beat. It's singing, melodic. I have a really weird taste of music. If I could sing to it, I probably liked it. But if it has something really small that I don't like, or something like one part of the song I don't like, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna put it on. So one song that I really like, I found out was Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Them, and the part where they would sing together, they would go back and forth, they'd sing together, a little instrument would play, the sample of If This World Were Mine, but If This World Were, like, it adds up to such a beautiful song that you would just have such a great time listening to. It's kind of like a foundation. Small pieces, like, and those small pieces build up to something really fucking beautiful. And that's the takeaway of this video, bro. Small things like that lead to something beautiful, create something beautiful. And if you don't realize those small details, like some simple shit like that, you probably won't your takeaway from the media, it won't be as high as if you paid attention to those small details. I recommend listen to that song. If you listen to me yap, I recommend you go listen to this song, because I cannot play it on YouTube because I don't want to get copyrighted. But go listen to it and try to just listen all the notes, listen to all the music, all the lyrics, everything build up, and it makes a really good song. Like, everything builds up, everything comes together very well. And that's what I like to talk about. And there's a whole bunch of other examples that I have to think about off the top of my head, but those are the ones that are like kind of like emphasize the point I'm trying to make to you. And I plead that you start listening to small details like that. They lead to more enjoyment out of stuff. And if they lead to you enjoying stuff more than you actually would if you just didn't actually pay attention. And that's just and this was a gap session. I just wanted to talk about those instances because I haven't seen nobody talk about any of them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. uh Main takeaway: pay attention.